one and all present here. It is indeed a proud moment for the Center for Advanced Study in Linguistics, ANNAMALAI University, to host the 52nd All India Conference of Dravidian Linguists, along with a symposium on national education policy and equipping mother tongue for higher education, in collaboration with the Central Institute of Indian Languages, Mysuru, the Dravidian Linguistic Association of India, the International School of Dravidian Linguistics, Thiruvananthapuram.
Today, we gather not only to deliberate on linguistic innovations, but also to renew our commitment to preserve and empower our mother tongues in the higher education framework. The conference begins together academia and researchers who are responsible for delivering solutions for challenges and opportunities in the research on Dravidian linguistics. On behalf of the Center for Advanced Study in Linguistics and ANNAMALAI University, I welcome the dignitaries, participants, invitees, our staff and students to this inaugural function.
Let us commence this academic celebration with the blessings of the Divine.
Prayer in such an academic forum is not merely a ritual but a complete moment of reflection, inviting inner stillness, intellectual openness, and divine guidance as we embark on a journey of learning and exchange. May I now request everyone to raise for the invitation.
சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ் மரத கண்டமுடில் தெக்கணமும் மதிச்சிருந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகம்மே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை சிறமையந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
As tradition and culture dictate, let us now begin with the lighting of the Kudavilakku, the sacred lamp that dispels darkness and ushers in knowledge. May I request the dignitaries of the dais to come forward and light the lamp.
Back side one, sir. Sir, pretty one, sir. Please, please. Yeah, no, no.
Thank you, respected dignitaries. This sacred flame now signifies the commencement of our conference.
With utmost delight and reverence, I now invite the graceful and esteemed Professor R. Saranya, Director of the Center for Advanced Study in Linguistics, ANNAMALAI University, to extend her heartfelt welcome to this august assembly through the welcome address. Please, ma'am.
Our honorable dignitaries on and off the dais, distinguished professors, eminent scholars, heads of the various departments, directors of the various centers, Chair, Professor Dr. Ambedkar Chair, the esteemed participants, students, research scholars, and our former director of the center, CS Linguistics, ANNAMALAI University, our non-teaching staff, good morning, one and all. With the blessings of the authorities of the ANNAMALAI University and the CAA Director, on behalf of the Center of Advanced Study in Linguistics, ANNAMALAI University, and the organizing committee of this conference, it's my immense pleasure and privilege to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to all of you to the All India Conference on Dravidian Linguists and the International Symposium on Equipping Mother Tongue for Higher Education. At the outset, I extend my heartfelt thanks to our respected Madam and Sir, Convener, Vice Chancellors, ANNAMALAI University, with their blessings, and Professor Aruchali Madam, whose motivation and support lead us to organizing this conference very successfully. I welcome you, ma'am. I am deeply honored to welcome our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Krishnan Sir, Vice Chancellor, Central University of Tamil Nadu, who has graciously accepted our invitation and enriched this occasion with his scholarly wisdom and inspiring leadership. Thank you, welcome you, sir. I am delighted in welcoming Professor Arangapari, our Dean, Faculty of Indian Languages, Member Syndicate, ANNAMALAI University, and former Member Syndicate, Tamil University, Thanjavur, whose support, motivation, guidance, and blessings have always been with us, all our activities, academic activities. Welcome you, sir. With a great respect and immense pleasure and my deep gratitude, I would like to welcome Professor Panikar sir, the very first batch of student of Center for Advanced Study in Linguistics, ANNAMALAI University, the Dean, DNA, and the Director of ISDL, Trivandrum, whose continuous support and contributions to the field of linguistics and education stand as a beacon for a researcher and academicians of the linguistics community. I once again welcome you, sir. I am very much delighted to express my warm and enthusiastic welcome to our well-wisher, Godfather, our sincere senior most, Professor Karnagaran sir, former Vice Chancellor of Tamil University, Thanjavur, former Visiting Professor of South Indian Languages, University of Michigan, USA, former Visiting Professor, Faculty of Languages and Linguistics, University of Malaysia, former Visiting Professor of Tamil University of Toronto, Canada, currently President of Tamil Moliyal Sangam and Chairman of ISDL Trivandrum, whose wisdom and commitment to linguistic and cultural preservation have always guided and inspired us. His groundbreaking research continues to shape the foundations of the Dravidian linguistic studies and mother tongue education. So, with this blessings, I once again welcome you. It's my honor and privilege to extend a warm and heartfelt welcome to the distinguished scholars, a visionary leader, Professor Bhaktavachala Reddy, President, DNA Trivandrum, who has to be the presidential address speaker of this esteemed conference. It's my privilege to welcome Professor M.C. Vachi, President of LSI, who has made significant contribution to the field of linguistics and applied linguistics, and he has been a guiding force in shaping academic discourse of both national and international levels. Once again, I welcome you, sir. I take pride in welcoming Professor G. Balasubramanian, sir, former Vice Chancellor, Tamil University, Tanjavur, former State Department of Comparative Readiness Competition Linguistics, Dean and Director of Dravidian University, Kurpam, whose academic and administrative contributions have elevated linguistic and applied linguistics studies and enriched our understanding of language as a tool for empowerment in the higher education. Thank you once again. I welcome you, sir. We are especially honored by the presence of East. I am very much delighted to honor our Professor A. Murugappa, sir, former Vice Chancellor, Kannada University, Bombay, real with his blessings. I welcome you, sir. And I am very proud to welcome all of the former Director of the Center of Advanced Study in Linguistics. They are our godfathers, each and every activities. Without their support and motivation, we cannot attain any success. So with their blessings and encouragement, motivation, we can do any activities in our department. Once again, I welcome each and every one of our former directors who were absent here. I think I remember all of us. They are guided always. They are with us. Once again, with their blessings, I welcome you all. I welcome all the head of the department, deans, director of the various centers, and the esteemed participants. Once again, I welcome you, sir. We are especially honored by the presence of esteemed participants. It is not only our honor for us, but also an encouragement to all the scholars, students, and language enthusiasts gathered here today. We are confident that this conference will inspire our directions, critical thought, and a shared commitment to preserving and promoting the rich legacy of Dravidian languages. Once again, we extend our warmest welcome to all gathered here and look forward to a fruitful exchange of ideas and motivations. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, ma'am. Your address has set the tone for this conference.
Now, we take the moment to express our gratitude and honor for the esteemed dignitaries who have joined us for this celebration. No person was ever honored for what he received. Honor has been the reward for what he gave. In this magnificent occasion, we are privileged to honor our esteemed dignitaries with a small memento for the valuable knowledge and contribution. I now invite Professor S. Nannasabhabati, former Director, CAs in Linguistics, ANNAMALAI University, to honor our esteemed chief guest, Professor Dr. M. Krishnan, Vice Chancellor, Central University of Tamil Nadu, Thiruvananthapuram. The honor from Dravidian Linguistics Association of India is following with all the honors. Now our esteemed Professor Richardly, member VC Convener Committee, ANNAMALAI University, will be honored by our Professor Kunjamma, former Head Department of Linguistics, Kerala University. Professor K. Karunakaran, former Vice Chancellor, Tamil University and Chairman ISDL, will be honored by Dr. Jyoti Das, Head of the Bengali Unit, ISDL, Thiruvananthapuram. Now, our esteemed Professor N. Bhaktavachala Reddy, President DLA, will be honored by Professor Nadu Gopalakrishnan, Honorable Professor, ISDL, Thiruvananthapuram. Now, our esteemed Professor Dr.
Ready?
Now, our esteemed Professor Arangapari, Dean, Faculty of Indian Languages, Annamalai University, will be honored by Professor Manimaran, CAS in Linguistics, Annamalai University. Now, our esteemed Professor G. Balasubramaniam, former Vice Chancellor, Tamil University, Tanjavur, will be honored by our beloved Professor P. Chandramohan, CAS in Linguistics, Annamalai University. Now, our esteemed Professor A. Murugayappa, former Vice Chancellor, Kannada University, Hampi, will be honored by Dr. R. Durai, CAS in Linguistics, Annamalai University. We sincerely thank each of our guests for accepting our honor and gracing this occasion. Thank you. I now have the honor of inviting the highly respected and academically distinguished Professor G.K. Panikar, Dean of the Dravidian Linguistic Association and Director of the International School of Dravidian Linguistics, Thiruvananthapuram, to present the introductory note. Sir, we look forward to your valuable reflections and scholarly overview that will illuminate the vision, scope and significance of this conference. Sir, please.
Distinguished dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, distinguished foreigners who have assembled here from different parts of India, and the university staff and students of Annamalai University, and the dear participants. At the outset, let me offer my pranams with your permission on behalf of myself and on behalf of you to my two great gurus. One, Professor V.A. Subramaniam, the founder of the Dravidian Linguistics Association of India, the International School of Dravidian Linguistics, and the International Journal of Dravidian Linguistics. And the second guru and my guru and the initiator of my come forward with the linguistics, that is Professor Tekomi, that means Professor T.P. Veena Sundaram, who happened to be first founder of the linguistics department of Annamalai University. And so these two people, on behalf of all of you, I offer my pranams for this coming meeting. So now, I am entrusted with the task of just telling some introductory or presenting an introductory note on DLA, ISDL and IJD. Of course, since I happen to be a student of this university, and my best part in my life was spent here in this campus. I am very much indebted to this university, and very sweet moments are coming to my mind, and to a certain extent I am right. Now, the first thing to be stated, why this Dravidian Linguistics Association is formed? There was, we have Linguistics Society of India, and at that time, most of us are members of that society. Then why should you form a linguistic society or linguistic association separately for Dravidian language, GB language? Our goal is a little bit different. There was a reason at that time. You know, after independence, for a few days, for a few decades, there was confusion as far as under English. But it so happened, there was no clear-cut policy towards the other regional languages of India, other state languages of India. The protagonists of India, it is not their fault. No, their policy is even our policy. There should be, at that time, the unified language as the official language. So each regional languages are promoted. Whether that will make some hindrance to the implementation of Hindi as the official language or English as the official language. So no promotion, not at all the regional languages are promoted. Whether it is Punjabi or Bengali or Malayalam or Tamil. The entire budget of the government of India was only for Hindi, and then of course Sanskrit, naturally it was the cultural language of India, and in that case only for Hindi and Sanskrit. And English, of course, their policy is not to encourage English but automatically English. So it so happened, the regional languages after the first decades of independence are completely neglected. And then a group of linguists, of course from Bengal, there were some fights, and in Tamil Nadu there were people raising slogans against it. And so the linguists, when we have considering that, Professor Thiruvananthapuram, Professor V. Subramaniam of Thiruvananthapuram, and these people thought that there should be something we have to do. And for that, we have convened the first All India Conference of Dravidian Linguists in 1971. You may not even think of how much the common people have at that time the feeling of not being, their language being not considered. So when the first conference is convened at Trivandrum, the meeting was at the University Senate Hall. Only just we have published in papers and all. The entire Senate Hall was completely filled up. It was even some 800,000 people can sit. Even people were standing outside. Not the language at all, the other people. I'm not going into detail. Such was the attitude of the people at that time to have the regional languages to be recognized, or due attention to be given to the regional languages. By seeing this, immediately after the first conference, the Professor V. Subramaniam, Professor V. Thiruvananthapuram, Professor T. P. Nadu, and then some Malayalam scholars were there, and these people sat together and then decided we should have a Dravidian Linguistics Association of India, and its role is not to encourage Dravidian languages only, but to promote other regional languages of India also. The primary aim is Dravidian, but along with that, we have to see that the rights of the other regional languages of India have to be fought or obtained. And for that, a concerted effort should be done. And so they have this organized or founded the first, the Dravidian Linguistics Association of India in 1971. Professor Thiruvananthapuram was its president. Professor V. Subramaniam, a product of this university. He has taken MA from this university, Tamil MA, and then there were two other secretaries were there. That is one Mahadev Sastri. He was a former member of this linguistics department. And then we have Professor Helena from Dhaka, They were the secretaries, and it so happened, a product of this university, happened to be the first founder treasurer of that association. And then we have started, many people have joined, you see. Not alone from the south, even though the name was there, you can see Professor Gill, H.S. Gill from Punjab, and then Deswani from Delhi, and then Survasan from Calcutta, in addition to Srinivas Chatterjee, and then S.K. Verma from Delhi, and so many, a lot of people from North India, Western India, and also from Eastern India have joined together and fought for our rights. I'm not going to be in detail for that. Thus, after some time, what happened is we thought that there should be some academic activities also. For that, we have founded the International School of Dravidian Linguistics in 1976. And then, before that itself, in 1972 itself, we have produced a journal called International Journal of Dravidian Linguistics from the Dravidian Linguistics Association of India. To your knowledge, from India, most of the journals started in India after about 5 or 6 years. Naturally, the issues may not be relevant. But this journal, now 52nd issue we are going to publish. Not a single issue has been delayed, no break, continuously for the last 52 years. This biennial journal is publishing here daily, and probably that may be a landmark. I think in my knowledge, no other journal is that way, any such journal. Not alone that, Professor V. Subramanian was telling that when he goes to foreign countries, this is the only journal which can be found in most of the major universities abroad. It can be seen in America, in Germany, and in Switzerland, in Tokyo, in Japan, in China, and almost all major libraries you can see IJDA. And then we have 2 publications. Another publication we have DLA News. That is to connect or give information regarding the activities of the linguistics departments in particular, and also the language departments and cultural departments in general, to know what all things are going on in different universities and institutions. And that is published in every month. So, these are the major things which I would like to mention. And in 1972, January, the first issue of IJDA started. But regarding up to 52 years, what are contributions this ISDL has produced or given to the general public? You know, more than 190 publications have been already published that includes Dravidian Encyclopedia, Dravidian Tribes, and like that even Sanskrit publications. Such valuable publications have been 190. That means even Dravidian or in linguistics, if you take most of the universities and institutions, probably CIL may have some publications in that sort. 190 publications in linguistics. There are CIS in linguistics, ANNAMALAI University has almost maybe competed with us. So in the field of publications in linguistics, we have done a lot as far as that's concerned. And then, for the sake of the privileges which we would like to have or to get from the government of India, and that was going on. We were giving the presentations, we were going to Delhi and meeting all these people, and then because of that probably, we don't know what the political changes, that also we need some leaders, meeting the political leaders also. Some budgetary provisions were given to the other state languages also, that may be due to agitations also. And then, as you know, the language universities like Tamil University, Telugu University, Kannada University, and Malayalam University, etc. They were also established. The first people who fought for that, since we had Hindi institutes, some Hindi institutes in different parts, and we have central institutions for Sanskrit in different parts of India. And we were stating that we do pay tax. However, we do not have anything. We give all these institutes to be. We are not against Hindi, not at all consider. We are always broad-minded people. Only we are asking is, you please, you do develop Hindi, Sanskrit and all these things. They are our languages. We do appreciate that. But along with that, our languages also to be promoted. And that fight was going on. And like that, we were giving representation with the Tamil University was established, and then Telugu University, Kannada University, Malayalam University, and then the other Hindi, the other Rajasthani, like that, Marathi, and so many language universities were arising because of the LSM. And the second thing, you know, some of the linguistics departments due to lack of students, and particularly I am saying lack of students. You have to remember, somebody told me that in our ANNAMALAI University there is only 1 or 2 students anymore. We have to be very careful. It so happened that a famous institute like Deccan College, Pune, SM Katre and so many, Kharage and many stalwarts in India, not only in linguistics, anthropology and all. There, when the students were less, these people, they planned to close down that Deccan College building. So the linguistics department, I mean the Dravidian Linguistics Association of India, under the leadership of Professor B. Symposium, that was the first man to come forward from South India. Not, please don't stop this Deccan College. It has a history of its own, and this should be continued like that. And so we fought for that. We went there, and along with him I also went. We have representations, and that Deccan College will continue that. And you people know that Berandu Linguistics Department. There also so happened, students were less, and the Berandu Linguistics Department was going to be closed down some 5 years back, 4 years back. We gave representation, and then that Linguistics Department continued. And similarly, the Pondicherry Institute of Linguistics, it was the governor, you know that, it was decided to close down that Pondicherry Institute. And we had some connection. We were even starting institutions in different parts of India. Pondicherry, first we have started that and then handed over to the Pondicherry. We wrote to the governor, and I myself went, Mayes was not there, and met the governor, Lieutenant Governor there, and then that was positive order was there, and they said the communication was probably our administrative or maybe keeping it because based on your representation, we are pleased to, pleased to continue this Pondicherry linguistic. So that's all. Like that, so many types of works we were doing it, and then ISD also the awareness of linguistics. For high school teachers, we offer linguistics courses, awareness programs, and then in addition to that, we teach Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada, and then Telugu, and also the Bengali like that, offer offline courses and also online courses to non-mother tongue people. So such activities we are continuing, and for those things actually in future also we will stand for the development of the state languages, regional languages, and then for the tribal languages of India, and also for the maintaining their culture. Not only for Dravidian languages. So for that we need your support. And one thing, a happy thing I have to tell you, probably because of these types of our work. Now it so happened that DLA, Dravidian Linguistics Association, stands first as far as its membership is concerned. It surpasses all other associations in linguistics in India, including LSI. We have 1,705 live members. I don't want to compare since the other association, LSI is also our association, I am also a member. But that's not IB. That is only because of your support. And we function because of the support of the people of India in general, and because of the membership we carry. So, and for your support, this is the big thing which I mean, and our members not only in India, So I thank all those people, and in future also we will be standing with the Indian people to preserve their culture, to preserve their language, and to promote, to develop their language, and not only for the better languages, not also for the minor language. With these words, I will come to my another duty to wish this conference a success, since different parts of India people have come, and then the academic deliberations, I am sure that will be very fruitful, and also we are blessed. Police Vice Chancellors like you see, Krishnan, and then former Vice Chancellor, a number of former Vice Chancellors are there to bless this conference. So I wish all success to this conference, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for providing such a visionary and motivative intro note. It is now a privilege to invite the distinguished and respected Professor N. Bhaktavachana, President of the Dravidian Linguistic Association, a veteran scholar and a guiding force in the field of Dravidian linguistics, to deliver the presidential address. Sir, please.
Honorable Chairperson of the inaugural session, and the esteemed Chief Guest, distinguished dignitaries on and off the dais, revered scholars, linguists, respected participants and delegates. It is with immense gratitude and honor I stand before you today. Being elected as the President of the prestigious Dravidian Linguistics Association of India is a privilege I deeply cherish, even though I do not formally belong to the distinguished community of full-fledged linguists. Since my journey began in the Department of Linguistics at the University of Kerala in November 1978 as a lecturer in Telugu, I have actively participated in the activities of DLA, ISDL, DLA and even other activities also. I am profoundly indebted to the esteemed members of DLA, especially Professor Jeta Patkar, who was my senior colleague then, and also he was my teacher who taught me morphology during that time, and all other members of the DLA for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to stand before you. The theme of this conference is equipping mother tongues for higher education is both timely and essential in shaping the linguistic landscape of our academic institution. Anyhow, I am not going to read the whole of my presidential letter. It's already circulated with you. I take only a few points and I will try to finish within 10 to 12 minutes. As you all know, especially the senior linguists, they are aware of that. The contributions of Professor S.M. Catherine from the Department of Linguistics. During 1950, he is responsible to train the literary scholars in linguistics. Until then, it was only philology was there in India, and he is the first man to introduce the general linguistics to the literary scholars. And almost all the galaxy of the first generation of linguists are basically there from the literature department. What he has done is, now we need a kind of reverse to the what we call linguistics. some problems. So I only put those problems before you to think about it. Number one is the new education policy insisting us to have a mother tongue education up to primary level at least. What exactly the mother tongue education is? Is there any difference between mother tongue education and second language teaching? So this is the problem which I have in me. Why I am telling this point is, in all India basis, in all primary education, they are not studying in the regional language, in their mother tongue, only in the English medium. If it is English medium, they are teaching only second language to our people. It's not the mother tongue education. And all the government schools, they are teaching mother tongue, supposed to be a mother tongue, in their own regional language. But even that, if you see the curriculum, you see the problem even in that one. So it is one thing. And second point is, now the studying in regional language become a social issue, at least in Andhra Pradesh I can say. Why? Because only poverty-stricken community or group, they are sending their children to Telugu medium schools, that is government schools. And all other people, they are sending to either private or corporate schools. So that means you can see a kind of disparity between rich, neo-rich and poverty-stricken. So, and there are linguists and the people are there, and they are demanding that when government introduces the English medium, they attack the government because they are spoiling the linguistics like that. So still, I have discussed that point. Those who have time, you can please go through it. And second point which I would like to take up is the second language at the undergraduate level. In the BCom, BSc or BA, we have second language, the regional language as the second language. But here the problem is, in the name of second language, what we are teaching is only literature. Why a BSc student or BCom student or computer student need our literature? What he needs is, he should be able to express his own subject in his mother tongue. Whether we are training our students in our mother tongue to equip himself to understand and express his own subject. So this is the point which I would like to place before you. What we need is, we need thoroughly, our curriculum should be revised. Otherwise, there will not be no student to to take the language. Now you know, because in Telugu, they are not getting good marks. That's why students are going to the Sanskrit. Sanskrit, they are getting 95. And as you all know, it is a well-known truth. All our corporate and private institutions, they are doing a kind of mark inflation, you can say. They have attended, this is one point. And the second point, you know, nowadays, machine translation is coming up. There also, I have touched one point when I have given a small framework to Google. Google has given a non-sensible translation. You cannot take it as a translation. It's a highly objectionable gift. But the co-pilot is able to do the do translation. Why this kind of parity? And what is the role of a linguist in what we call feeding the data for this mission? So this is one point I would like to then another point is about the Indian grammatical tradition. Most of the senior scholars, they are aware of the what we call Pandya, Astajaya, or Siddhartha Kabuki. We have 3 more divisions within that. And also, most of the Tamil scholars, they are well aware of the Tolkapi. But how many now Tamilians are aware of Tolkapi? So this is one point which we need to do. Here what I am trying to say is, in especially Tolkapiam, because about Sanskrit everybody knows, even though I have given in my data. What I am trying to say is, the what is Purathanai, we have Vikshi and Vanchi. And also there are other 5 divisions there. What is it? Our Tolkapian commentators say that it is a war poetry of Sangam literature. But what I would like to say is, it is not war poetry of Sangam literature alone. It is having its own value when you compare, when you analyze what we call ballad poetry in the lines of that Vechi and the Vanchi. That means still it is having its own relevance when we are studying the folklore, modern or the ballad poetry. And it is our duty to train our own students in Indian grammatical tradition also, and its essence should be given to them. Otherwise, there is no meaning at all. And another point which I would like to place before you is the Indian grammatical tradition and the concepts of Western tradition. And especially, we are well aware of Ferdinand Source, the law land and the law parole, and Chomsky's competence and performance. At the same time, if you come to what the Vakya of Bhartavali, he talked about the competence. So, what they are trying to say is, meaning is not conceived based on the sequential order, but it is a cognitive process. So that is the what we call highlight which Vakya gives to us. And we are not teaching our students this kind of opportunity for that. And another point given in the Accredited and also what we call Saraswati Chidambaram, which our teacher has worked on that, they used the word Dhvani, Padam, no. Dhvani, Varna, Padam, Vakya. So, phoneme, morpheme, and then phoneme, Dhvani, Varna, alphabet, phoneme. First one is not form, it's only form, phoneme, and the word and sentence. So these are two. So this is one point. This is one thing. And the second, we are well aware of the page of round, but we are not aware of the other students which I have given there. And only within 1 minute I would like to finish. It is the duty of us to preserve the language of oral tradition, which is having the language is embedded with the culture. Minus culture, there is no language. Because but at the same time, it is a communication of the culture. So that point which we need to think about, and also the caste dialect collected by the Department of Linguistics under the guidance of Professor V.S. Subramaniam, and occupational dictionaries, a series of dictionaries by B.H. Krishnamurti, and SEL, tribal languages, and anthropological society, and NAAC. So such enormous data is there. But who is going to make use of this data? Why we are not taking up this one? If there is any lacuna, it is our duty to go afresh with the thing. So in this scenario, the new education policy is giving an opportunity to us to rethink about our curriculum, our research, our implementation and application. And also in this connection, the United Nations has given the Information for All program, which is insisting information for development, information for literacy, information for preservation, information for ethics, and information accessibility and multilingualism in cyberspace. So this project, I think the institutions like DLA and ISDN, in collaboration with the different institutions of India, can take up that kind of project and do the needful. So with this quote, I conclude, and I am really very much thankful to all of you for your patience. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring address. Your words have provided thoughtful direction and set a strong academic foundation for the proceeding to follow. It is with great honor that I invite respected and accomplished Professor T. Arunchelvi, Member, Vice Chancellor Convener Committee, ANNAMALAI University, to deliver the inaugural address.
Good morning to everyone. It is my honor and privilege to deliver inaugural address at this prestigious 52nd All India Conference of Dravidian Linguistics held in conjunction with the International Symposium on NEP 2020 and equipping mother tongue for higher education. On behalf of ANNAMALAI University, I extend a warm welcome to all the distinguished scholars, experts, researchers, linguists, and students and who have gathered here from various parts of our country. I am especially delighted to welcome our esteemed guests, Professor N. Bhaktavsala Reddy, President, Dravidian Linguistic Association, Professor Shailendra Mohan, Director, CIIL, Mysuru, Professor Dr. M. Krishnan, Vice Chancellor, Central University of Tamil Nadu, Professor Dr. M.J. Vasi, President, Linguistic Society of India, Professor G.K. Panigar, whose scholarly leadership continues to inspire generations, and all our respected keynote speakers and contributors. And other dignitaries who have come to this conference, my mentor and guru, my PhD guide, Dr. Narana Sabhavai sir, deans of various faculties, professors, I welcome you all. Dravidian linguistics is not merely an academic domain. It is a repository of civilizational wisdom. These languages are not only modes of communication but carriers of culture, philosophy, identity, and collective memory. Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, and other Dravidian languages hold within them centuries of literature, indigenous knowledge systems, and social history. This annual conference reminds us that it is our shared responsibility to preserve, enrich, and promote this linguistic heritage through research, documentation, and dissemination. The National Education Policy 2020 has offered an extraordinary opportunity to reimagine education of India. Its emphasis on mother tongue-based learning, especially in early and higher education, aligns perfectly with the goals of this symposium. Studies in cognitive psychology and pedagogy affirm that learning in the mother tongue enhances comprehension, retention, and emotional connection to knowledge. It fosters inclusivity and equal opportunity, especially for first-generation learners in rural and semi-urban India. The time is right to translate this vision into practical action, creating bilingual and trilingual educational resources, encouraging local language research, training linguistically diverse faculty, and promoting regional language technology and AI applications. ANNAMALAI University has been a stronghold of linguistic, literary, and cultural studies for decades. Our Center of Advanced Study in Linguistics has consistently nurtured high-quality research and international collaboration. It is my bounden duty to remember and make you remember that our ANNAMALAI University was established to promote, propagate, and popularize Tamil music by great philanthropist Professor ANNAMALAI Chettiar. International Symposium on Equipping Mother Tongue for Higher Education is highly relevant and need of the day. In Tamil Nadu, we are not implementing NEP in toto, but we take this aspect of NEP, enhancing higher education with the Bharatiya Bhasha, or our mother tongue, our vernacular. We are proud to host this year's conference and symposium, and we look forward to deepening our engagement through joint research initiatives, digital archiving and of endangered dialects, multilingual curriculum development, student and faculty exchange programs with the premier linguistic institutions. Over next 2 days, we will hear from an impressive range of speakers. The sessions will reflect the interdisciplinary nurture of linguistics, drawing from education, sociology, technology, and policy. This is more than just a conference, it is a forum for transformation. I request our young researchers and scholars to make the most of this occasion, engage in meaningful dialogue, ask bold questions, and contribute to building a more inclusive and linguistically empowered India. I express my sincere gratitude to the organizers from ANNAMALAI University CAS Linguistics, our collaborators from the Dravidian Linguistic Association, International School of Dravidian Linguistics, and CIIL Mysuru, every participant whose presence adds value to this academic celebration. With great pleasure and academic pride, I hereby declare open the 52nd All India Conference of Dravidian Linguistics and International Symposium on NEP 2020 and Equipping Mother Tongue for Higher Education. NEP asserts that enhanced higher education with the Bharatiya Bhasha, Dravidian language is also Bharatiya Bhasha. India is a linguistic hotspot. We have so many languages. We have not only biodiversity but also linguistic diversity. That's why we are trying to attain unity in diversity. Our culture is polyglossial. With this gathering, inspiring new thought, foster lifelong collaborations, and energize our collective mission to protect and promote our rich linguistic heritage. Nandri Vanakkam. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. A visionary academic leader, an eminent scholar in higher education, a respected administrator with decades of experience, a dedicated promoter of inclusive and quality education, a man who had an intellectual rapport with late Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, the people's president, is none other than our chief guest, the esteemed Professor Dr. M. Krishnan, Vice Chancellor, Central University of Tamil Nadu. We are honored
to invite you, sir, to address this distinguished gathering with your insightful and inspiring words. So please.
My dear and respected, the dignitaries on dais of the dais and the scholars from various parts of the country, students, friends, and media. I am so happy to be here as a chief guest of this wonderful conference, but I have to say thank you for Professor Karnagaran, who is responsible for bringing me here from Central University of Tamil Nadu, Thiruvananthapuram to ANNAMALAI University. ANNAMALAI University, it's not new to me. Actually, I studied my post-graduation in ANNAMALAI University. So I am so happy whenever they are calling from ANNAMALAI University, any function, I am really accepting it and I am coming over here. My dear friends, I am from Central University of Tamil Nadu. Even I can say that rather than near to Chennai, we are near to the Colombo because we are near Nagapattinam. So the Central University of Tamil Nadu, established in the year 2009, then the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Kalaignar Karunanidhi. I think this university started with one student, one teacher with 4 students. Now we have 189 permanent teachers with 4,000 students. Why I am telling that the speakers are talking about the languages, but you can see the reality in our university. We have the students from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. We have the teachers from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. Of course, I am sorry to say, we have less number of students from Tamil Nadu. We have more students from Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Karnataka. So that is the situation you can see in Central University of Tamil Nadu. So when you are walking through my university in the evening, as my professors told that, practically you can see how the languages are. They are exchanging their ideas in their own language. And the real Dravidian language is going on in Central University of Tamil Nadu. And other than that, I can say that, my dear friends, the university is not only for giving the degree or giving the placement or getting the salary. The university or educational institution, colleges, so very much needed to take the higher education or excellence in higher education or innovation in higher education to the society. That's the way. Now Central University is doing a lot of things. How that things from the Central University to go to that village nearby. When I was at Madurai as a Vice Chancellor and now as a Central University of Tamil Nadu, I always see my society. Near about 40 to 50 villages are around me, around the university. They have given the land, he has given that what you call everything to us. But how you are going to take that higher education to the society, that's a very big part. But now what I am doing that, my dear students, now if you are seeing that you have the different languages, what you call, particularly Dravidian languages. You have the research papers, you have the journals, you have the thesis, and so on and so forth. But my question is, what are the steps we have taken? These things to go to the society. Sir, I am from a poor village near Madurai. My parents are uneducated. Even they don't know how to put the signature. They should know that what research I am doing, what we have done. That is a very big question I am asking this August conference, the participants. Yes, we are very good to build up the biodata with the publication, writing the books, and so on and so forth. What steps we have taken? For example, I can say, I can say that wonderful research in biotechnology. If you are coming to my family, when I am asking that what research I have done, nobody knows that. Nobody knows that because it's not available in vernacular language. It's not available in Tamil. 2 days back I was invited by the Higher Education Department of Telangana. What they did, whatever they are having, they translated to the Telangana. Please listen very carefully. So that local people understand that what is going on. The one-day conference for the public, you surprised to know that the whole education department is telling that how the AI is going to tell to change the languages, how you can translate the things. That is a very, very important thing, my dear participants. So maybe you can say that AI is not, we don't like it, or yes, lot of ethical and moral issues are there. But if you are properly using, that is the best idea to take that your science, take that whatever document you are having to my society. Because, my dear colleagues, please listen very carefully. In India, we have 1,400, 300 universities, 45,000 colleges, more than 2,000 research institutions. But none of them, we are not reaching the proper ranking. We are going near to the proper ranking. Why? We don't have the researcher in India, or we don't have that fund in India. Everything we have, where we fail. We are not taking properly the things of higher education to the society in their own language. That is the thing I want to register to you. If you are allowing 2 or 3 minutes, you can see that how we are taking that science to my society. Right? If you are coming there, can you put the mic right? I can see that. My research. I am not putting it for my research. See that we have translated my research, published in that a very good journal in Tamil.
இதோட ஆசிரியர்கள் நிதின்குமார் சிங், பிரிட்டன் கேத்ரின் பாக்கியநாதன், அப்புறம் மணிஷ்குமார், குலிகா பிரசாத், மணிகண்ணன், சிமோன் கோனிக், முத்துகலிங்கன் கிருஷ்ணன் அப்படின்னு பலர் இருக்காங்க. இதுல குறிப்பா சொல்லணும்னா திருச்சிராப்பள்ளி பாரதிதாசன் பல்கலைக்கழக பேராசிரியர் முத்துகலிங்கன் கிருஷ்ணன் அவர்களும் சிமோன் கோனிக் அவர்களும் இணை மூத்த ஆசிரியர்கள். பேராசிரியர் கிருஷ்ணன் தான் இதுக்குரிய தொடர்பு ஆசிரியரும் கூட. சரி, இந்த விட்டலோஜனின் அதாவது பிஜின்னு சொல்றாங்க. இதை நம்ம பொதுவா எப்படி பார்க்கணும்?
So, I don't want to talk the science. See that I have now translated my research by using the AI to the public. Now it's available in my website. Everybody can see that or hear that when they are walking through, because even today paper, the வாசிக்கும் திறன் வந்து குறைஞ்சு போனதாக சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காங்க. So, but hearing something by your what you called that by message, it's very easy to get there. Now you see that I'm also helping. I think people from Telugu also there. what you call in Telangana. Right? What I try to tell that, my dear participants, first now, our duty is translated important things in the vernacular language. That is a very important thing. But anybody wants to training on this part, please approach us. We have that podcast of AI, and we are translate now. In our university, there are about 185 teachers are there. Even they are not exchanging their research. They don't know that what my nearby fellow is doing. But now, all the 185 teachers expertise in the particular field available in 23 languages. In 23 languages, it's available in our website. Anybody, even my local people, they can see that what the research is going on. That is the step you have to take and how we are going to take the things to the society. Talking, yes, Dravidian language is very important. No doubt about it. How much we are exchanging the idea. I don't know Telugu. I don't know Kannada. How I know that? Because I am going for the NAAC committee. They are showing a lot of the books and dramas. But how we can learn it? Where it is available? Why it's not available in Tamil? I want to read about it. Right? So that type of things, I am sorry sir, please take care of that. How we are going to combine everything in a vernacular language. Because NEP, they are talking, they are not against that what you call your local language. It's not against that what you call Tamil or Telugu or Kannada. You can study in your own language. But some of the good points are there. How you can take it properly, that is the NEP. Right, for example, my own state student from Nagapattinam, the girl is studying in MSc Physics in Bihar. The girl is telling that, sir, I am not getting the good food there. I am not comfortable with the university in Punjab. I want to come back to the Central University of Tamil Nadu, Thiruvananthapuram. Yes, please come. If you have the credit, you can come. There is no problem in that one. Second thing, our students are going abroad. When you are going and sitting over there, if you want to get the fellowship, the first thing you have to produce the original certificate. I was at Madurai. What we did it, the letter will come as a conference here. Vice Chancellor is to open and give to the clerk to produce the certificate. It will take 1 month. But today it's not like that. It's available in our website. All the, what you call that 4,000, 5,000 certificates are available in our website. Degree certificate. You can download anywhere else. It's an authorized certificate for the admission. Credit transfer. That is a very, very important thing. Yes, I have studied enough in the Central University of Tamil Nadu. I want to go to the Indian Institute of Science. Yes, you can go. You can take the credit and go and join with that. Another very important thing. Nowadays students are coming as a very intelligent student. They are asking why I should sit with my slow learners. I want to go a little fast. Yes. Instead of 2 years sitting in a PG program, you can finish it 3 semesters, take the credit, enough credit, go out for any industry. So these are the things that NEP is doing it. Of course, anybody, if you wish to see that, 100% NEP implementation was done in Central University of Tamil Nadu. And everything automated. Everything is automated. That is called Samat Portal. Even today, Vice Chancellor is going out for ANNAMALAI University. It should be available in the Samat Portal. The ministry should know that where is the Vice Chancellor. If you want to apply for any leave, you have to go for that summit portal. It's all coming from that NEP. So that's the way the NEP is going to help you. Finally, what I want to see that reading is not going to help you. How we are going to exchange the culture. Come sir, we are celebrating almost all the festival in our university. I enjoy that when I am celebrating the Onam. I enjoy that somebody celebrating that what you call Telangana festival. I can see what's the relationship they are having. Historically they have the relationship. Yes, that culture is available. That should be created in all the places. Even I can register linguistic department of ANNAMALAI University. It's a great university. Why not? You can have the culture of celebrating each and every state of your Dravidian language. Your students should play that, enjoy that. Even the food what we are taking in the particular time is vary from one state to another state. It's culturally different. Taste-wise is different. Even Pari was there in Chicago when I was there. Sir, I will tell one thing. We are talking. I don't know how many of you from the agriculture family. There, you know that air to grow that soil of that any field. Right? In the end of that air, there is a place here, iron rod is called Kolu. Sir, there is a big conference, separate session to study about the angle of air and also Kolu of that point from particularly Tamil Nadu, where it is varying from Thiruvananthapuram to Chidambaram. Am I right, sir? Why, sir? Right. But nobody is doing the research in India. So that is the thing. Somebody American is doing that, but we are not doing it. Right? So it's the Kolu, what I am saying that it depends upon the soil. It depends upon how you are going to deepen the fluid. Like that. The same thing you can compare with Telangana, with Karnataka or Kerala, completely different. See the food. Sir, it's not for just taste. Culture. Why they are taking a particular food in a particular time? Please carefully you analyze it. That type of things we need. Right? So, I don't want to take much time, but we have lot of things in our villages. Culture-wise oriented. Even I was in Tamil University, I talked about it. That knowledge should bring up. We spoil everything, sir. I mean, when I am asking that, my student, from South, that is near Virudunagar. So I am asking that, what is the famous thing in your South? They will say, sir, Karachi is very famous. But it's not true. Sattur is an industry to prepare that pilot pen nip and it's supplied to all over the world. The technology has gone. The Jasmine of Madurai, the Attar, it's a very famous. The best Attar available in France, but it's not available in India. The technology has gone. The lack of Tindikal, the technology, it's out of order. Right? Even the Vice Chancellor of Central University put the law, Navatal, not the law made in India. Why is that? Why? We are not taking the message. Sir, I can ask that very important thing. How many of you from Tamil Nadu is having that, the Talayati Pomme of Tanjavur, who are living nearby? One or two. Sir, this, but this Talayati Pomai, my girls should understand that. The Talayati Pomai is not a toy. Whatever the position you are putting it, whatever the pressure you are giving, நான் எப்படி சாய்ந்தாலும் எப்படி தாழ்ந்தாலும் I will stand straight. That is the Talayati Pomai. It's not available. Where your culture is saying, which university is teaching? No. Sir, we are talking about international level. We are not taking care of our local level. That is a very, very important, sir. Kindly somebody go and see the education department of Telangana. Sir, the school teacher using the AI to prepare the question. The school is doing that, how we can distribute the question the right time by using the AI. Tell that how many of we are using. That is the thing. But don't take it other way. But when we are involving to do like that, then only we can take the Dravidian language in different way. I think soon Central University will get a very good department to comparative studies of Dravidian language with other languages. Soon we will get it. But my research, my idea is to take the comparative things to my society. I always looking for my society. With this, I have to thank Dr. Arutselvi for giving the room from ANNAMALAI University to talk about it, and all the other members of this committee for inviting me as a chief guest for this wonderful conference. Thank you very much for giving that wonderful time. Thank you. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, sir, for your thoughtful and forward-thinking address. Your message has great value to the academic forum. Now, we take immense pride in releasing the abstract volume of 52nd All India Conference of Dravidian Linguists at this auspicious occasion. We now request esteemed Professor Arutselvi ma'am to member, Vice Chancellor, Convener Committee to release the abstract volume, and we request Revered Vice Chancellor, Central University of Tamil Nadu to receive the first copy. And also we request our other honorable dignitaries on the dais to follow.
Saturday. Thanks.
Now, the function follows with the distribution of distinguished awards from DLA and book release. Namaste and very good morning to one and all. Now it's time for the distribution of DLA Awards 2025. Awards are not just a token of appreciation. It is a symbol of hard work, commitment, dedication and focus. This is a moment of appreciation and recognition to acknowledge the efforts and achievements of those who have proved their excellence in the field of linguistics. Moving on to the distribution of awards, with much respect, I invite our respected guest, Professor Arutselvi Madam, Member, Vice Chancellor, Convener Committee, ANNAMALAI University. Mrs. Radha Bai Katre Memorial Prize for the MA Topper in Linguistics 2022-24 batch. The award is given to Mr. Rohit Das M, University of Hyderabad. Mrs. Katre Bai Memorial Prize for the MA Topper in Linguistics. The award goes to Mr. Rohit Das M, University of Hyderabad.
Ready, sir? Ready.
The award for the best monograph on Dravidian tribes. The award is given to Dr. Mendem Babuji, Assistant Professor, GI Linguistic Research Unit, ISI Kolkata, and Professor Panjanan Mohanty, HOD Department of English, Institute of Applied Sciences and Humanities, GLA University, Madura. The award is given for the book A Descriptive Grammar of Polari Gadava. The award for the best monograph on Dravidian tribes, the award goes to Mr. Mendem Babuji and Professor Panjanan Mohanty.
Sorry, என்னன்னு சொல்லி கொடுங்க. சொல்லி கொடுங்க என்னன்னு. சார் ரெடி பாருங்க. சார் ரெடி.
Sri C. Chidambaram Prize for the best book on computer and language. The award is given to Professor V. Renuka Devi, former Professor, Department of Linguistics, Madurai Kamaraj University, and Dr. K.K. Lakshmi Priya, Language Consultant, Tamil Fidel Softech Limited. The award is given for the book Endangered Languages Documentation Revitalization. Sri C. Chidambaram Prize. The award goes to Professor V. Renuka Devi and Dr. K.K. Lakshmi Priya.
So ready, madam, ready?
Sir, நீங்கள் வரலாம். அவங்கள சேர்த்து நிற்கிறாங்க. ஹஸ்பண்டுக்கு இது இல்லையா?
இந்த போகுது சார். சார் கொஞ்சம் சார் கொஞ்சம் சார் முன்னாடி உள்ள அப்படியே அப்படியே ரெடி சார் பாருங்க பாருங்க.
Now, I humbly request our Chief Guest, Dr. N. Krishnan, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Central University of Tamil Nadu, to please step forward for the presentation of award. Award for the best monograph on Dr. George Jacob Award for the best monograph in linguistics. The award goes to Professor Bhupinder Singh Khaira, former Professor, Punjabi University, for the book Semiotics and Narrative of Punjab. Dr. George Jacob Award for the best monograph in linguistics. Professor Bhupinder Singh Khaira, former Professor, Punjabi University, for the book Semiotics and Narrative of Punjab.
Sir, ready, madam, ready?
The Phonetics Society of India Endowment Award for the best book on phonetics is awarded to Dr. Lilita Raja, Assistant Professor, CS in Linguistics, ANNAMALAI University, for the book Significance of Optimality Theory in Phonological Acquisition and in Assessment and Intervention of Phonological Disorders.
Sir, ready, sir.
The Phonetics Society of India Endowment Award is given to Dr. Lilita Raja, CS in Linguistics. Dr. K. N. Kupuswamy Award for the best book of comparative study of a grammatical text of Sanskrit. The award is presented to Professor P. Vishalakshi, former Director and Professor of Sanskrit, Oriental Research Institute and Manuscript Library, University of Kerala, for the book The Influence of Saraswati Khandakarna on Prakriya Sarvasva. Dr. K. N. Kupuswamy Award presented to Professor P. Vishalakshi for the book The Influence of Saraswati Khandakarna on on previous service.
Sir, ready, sir. Sir, ready, sir, ready.
Professor Sushila P. Upadhyaya Award for the best PhD research thesis in any branch of modern linguistics. Best thesis award goes to Dr. J. Karishma, Department of Linguistics, Bharatiya University, Coimbatore, for the thesis Forensic Psycholinguistic Study on the linguistic behavior of juvenile delinquents. On behalf of Dr. J. Karishma, her supervisor, Dr. N. Vijayan from Bharatiya University, will receive the award on her behalf. Professor Sushila P. Upadhyaya Award is given to Dr. J. Karishma, Department of Linguistics, Bharatiya University, Coimbatore.
Sir, ready, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir. Okay.
Now, we are moving on to the book releasing ceremony of ISDL DLA publications. The Dravidian Linguistic Association of India, together with the International School of Dravidian Linguistics, is one of the leading publishers of linguistics in India. DLA and ISDL has published 181 reputed research works which have immense popularity in India and abroad. During 24-25, ISDL has published 4 new books which we are launching now. These books will be a source of knowledge for students and researchers in the field of linguistics. Now moving on to the releasing of the book. First of all, with much respect, I invite our guest, Professor Adil Selvi, Member, Vice Chancellor, Convener Committee, to please step forward for the formal unveiling of the book. Papers in Linguistics. The book edited by Professor G.K. Panikar, Director ISDL and Dean DLA, and co-edited by Dr. Abdul Samad S. and Dr. N. Muralidharan Nair, the senior researchers of ISDL. I request Professor G. Srinivasa Verma to please come up to the stage for receiving the award. No, sorry, for the receiving the book. Srinivasa Verma, sir, please. The influence of Saraswati Chidambaram on Prakriya Sarvasva. The book is written by Professor P. Vishalakshi. She was a former director and professor of Sanskrit, Oriental Research Institute and Manuscript Library, University of Kerala. I kindly request Professor K. Rangan to please come on to the stage for receiving the book. Rangan sir, please.
Sir, ready, one. Sir, ready.
Papers on Malayalam linguistics and rhetoric. The book written by Professor Nadu, former Deputy Director, Collegiate Education, Government of Kerala and Honorary Professor of ISDL. I humbly request Professor A.G. Menon to please move on to the dais for receiving the book. Papers on Malayalam linguistics and rhetoric, the book written by Professor Nadu Gopalakrishnan. With much respect, I welcome Professor M. Krishnan, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Central University of Tamil Nadu, to please step forward for the releasing of the books. English, Malayalam, Bangla Basic Vocabulary. The book is authored by Mr. Drivajyoti Das, Technical Officer and the Bengali Researcher of ISDL. I humbly request Professor Ziladri Shekhar Das to please step on the dais for receiving the book. English, Bangla, Malayalam Basic Vocabulary, authored by Mr. Drivajyoti
Dal.
Sir, ready for this. Sir, ready?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hearty
On behalf of the Tamil Mozhiyal Sangam, our distinguished chief guest, and then to honor the Vice Chancellor, committee member of the ANNAMALAI University.
Sir, ready for this. Sir, come. Okay, அதெல்லாம் எடுத்துட்டு போ. மணி.
அனைவருக்கும் என்னுடைய அன்பு பணிவு கலந்த நல் வணக்கம். It is my pleasure to thank you all for giving me this wonderful opportunity to say a few words. It's not a keynote address. What I am going to do is to highlight some of the aspects of modern language developments and also how to make use of them for the betterment of our language use so that our modern society will be benefited in the coming years. You see, when we think of language, it is not simply the vowels, consonants, writing, words, this and that. We think of the society and its development along with the other aspects of its culture, its use in different domains of language use. Modern development, as scholars, researchers brings me, is going higher and higher. We cannot think of some of the developments of AI and other modern advancements in different fields. So we have to also enrich our languages for the benefit of the society, especially in the formal domains like education, media, and also other important areas. So that means we as linguistic experts, language scholars, social workers, starting from our different domains, we should plan in such a way that eventually whatever attempt we make whatever research we do, eventually all those things would benefit our future generation. That's how we have to plan. Language is not simply a tool. It goes with language, culture, it goes with identity, it goes with communication needed for the society to get along with its use in different fields. So that's what we are doing in modern development, not only the language development, but also the social development. So we have to plan in such a way that whatever we attempt, we persuade, we do in our actual education in different areas, eventually they should benefit the concerned society in a fruitful way. Probably, there are certain loopholes, there are certain deficiencies, we have to agree. But at the same time, a good planning, a good implementation with reinforcements that we make now and then, that has to be done. That kind of activities will strengthen our modern languages in such a way the learners from the beginning can easily understand and also react, respond. That's how we have to plan. There is no point in simply teaching all the while, all the 1 hour. Now we know the importance of learning. We have to give more time for the learners, time to revise, revitalize, and so on. That's how we have to make our languages most elaborate wherever necessary, simple to our students and learners, beginners. So then only it would be possible for us to plan and act. That's what we are doing in modern language developmental activities, which would definitely have an impact in the coming years, and it would definitely help the learners to get proper understanding and also learning. Our planning activities are for the betterment of the society. That means from young age till they use the language for different purposes in different areas. So language planning is a must, and it should be encouraged not only by the teachers at the different levels, but also researchers at the higher level, and also the administrators in the other level. So all coordinated in such a way that they can make use of languages for the better use of the society. The language, that's why sometimes language policies fail in motivating the learners on the one side and also the beneficiaries on the other side. Well-defined language planning is needed for a multilingual country. That too, a country like India needs better planning, right? We need for our purpose in Tamil Nadu, we are quite happy with our mother tongue teaching, mother tongue learning, and so there is no problem at all. There is more adequacy, efficiency, and so on. And also, as far as the medium of instruction is concerned, in Tamil Nadu, we are quite happy with, you know our language plan, whatever language we use as medium of instruction. It is, it has 500 years history, we know. English is used, and English for us is not a foreign language, it is just like a native language, and we are quite happy, and English takes care of almost all the needs of the educational needs and also other media needs. So there also we are quite fine. We don't have to compel a learner, a youngster, to make use of third language for educational purpose. If at all he wants, or the learner wants, they can read, learn, and make use of it. That's how we are planning. We are going ahead. No problem at all. No complexity there. So we are simple in making use of such kind of policies for a long time, and it's all quite acceptable to the society. That's how we have to plan. So this is how the two-language formula or three-language formula all works wherever necessary, depending upon the needs. So need-based education policy and language policy, that's what we are following, and we will definitely achieve our goals through such policies, and there is no problem in it. So we have to think of making materials, producing materials, making use of the modern theories and also other developments for current use. So my point is we have to plan, make use of language for the betterment of the society concerned. That's all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We now have felicitation messages from distinguished scholars who continue to guide the linguistic community through their contributions.
தமிழே உன் புகழ் சொன்னால் ஆயிரம் பூக்கள் சிரிக்கும் சிரிக்கும் தமிழன் என் நாவில் நீ இருக்கும் வரைதான் என் இதயமும் துடிக்கும் துடிக்கும். 3 அமைப்புகள் இணைந்து 3 நாள் நடத்தக்கூடிய இந்த மாநாடு முத்தமிழை போல, முக்கணியை போல, 3 நீரை போல முத்தாய்ப்பாக நடைபெற வேண்டும், நடைபெறும் என்ற நம்பிக்கையில் 1 மணி நேரம் கூட பேசலாம். நம்முடைய மத்திய பல்கலைக்கழகத்தினுடைய மாண்புமை துணைவேந்தர் அவர்களுடைய பணி நிமித்தம் காரணமாக 2 மணித்துளிகளில் என்னுடைய உரையை நிறைவு செய்கிறேன். அண்ணாமலை பல்கலைக்கழகத்திற்கு, அண்ணாமலை பல்கலைக்கழகம் திராவிட மண், திராவிட இயக்கம் தோன்றிய மண், திராவிட மாடல் ஆட்சி நடைபெறுகின்ற பொழுது இந்த திராவிட மொழிகளுடைய மாநாடு நடப்பது மிகவும் பொருத்தம், மிகவும் பொருத்தம். அண்ணாமலை பல்கலைக்கழக மொழியியல் துறைக்கென்று ஒரு தனி மகத்துவம் உண்டு, சிறப்பு உண்டு. பல்வேறு மொழியியல் அறிஞர்களை உலகிற்கு அளித்த துறை நம்முடைய அண்ணாமலை பல்கலைக்கழக மொழியியல் துறை. அது மட்டுமல்லாமல் பல்வேறு பல்கலைக்கழகங்களுக்கு துணைவேந்தரை அள்ளி கொடுத்த வானம் அண்ணாமலை பல்கலைக்கழகம். அந்த வகையிலே இந்த பல்கலைக்கழகத்தில் அண்ணாமலை பல்கலைக்கழகத்தில், ஏனென்றால் தந்தை பெரியார் அவர்கள் சொல்வார், அண்ணாமலை பல்கலைக்கழகம் மட்டும் தமிழ்நாட்டில் இல்லாமல் போயிருந்தால் பாதி பயல்கள் மாடு மேய்க்க போயிருப்பானே. அந்த வகையிலே இந்த இனிய விழாவிற்கு சிறப்பு விருந்தினராக வருகின்றிருக்கக்கூடிய நம்முடைய அண்ணாமலை பல்கலைக்கழகத்தினுடைய முன்னாள் மாணவரும் தமிழ்நாடு மத்திய பல்கலைக்கழக, திருவாரூர் மத்திய பல்கலைக்கழகத்தினுடைய மாண்புமை துணைவேந்தர் அவர்களுக்கு என்னுடைய முதல் வணக்கத்தை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். ஒருவரை நாம் பார்க்கின்ற பொழுது, ஐயா அவர்களே நான் உங்களை மதுரையில் பார்த்தேன், திருவாரூரில் பார்த்தேன் என்று சொல்வார்கள். நான் ஐயாவை வரவேற்ற பொழுது சொன்னது என்னவென்றால், ஐயா அவர்களே 2019ஆம் ஆண்டு சிகாகோவில் நடைபெற்ற 10வது உலக தமிழ்நாட்டில் உங்களை சந்தித்தேன், உங்களை பார்த்தேன் என்று சொன்னேன். அதை நான் பெருமையாக கருதுகிறேன். அதுபோல இந்த மாநாட்டிற்கு தலைமையேற்று இங்கே அமர்ந்திருக்கக்கூடிய நம்முடைய அண்ணாமலை பல்கலைக்கழகத்தினுடைய துணைவேந்தர் பொறுப்புக்குழு ஒருங்கிணைப்பாளர், இசைக்கல்லூரியினுடைய முதன்மையர் முன்னை துணைவேந்தர் மொழியியல் அறிஞர்களுக்கெல்லாம் இன்று மூத்தவராக முன்னோடியாக விளங்கக்கூடிய பேராசிரியர் ஐயா கருணாகரன் அவர்களே, மூத்த அறிஞர் இங்கே அமர்ந்திருக்கக்கூடிய நம்முடைய பணிக்கரையா அவர்களே, தமிழ் பல்கலைக்கழகத்தினுடைய முன்னாள் துணைவேந்தர் இனிய நண்பர் கோ பாலசுப்ரமணியன் அவர்களே, மேடையிலே அமர்ந்திருக்கக்கூடிய பல்வேறு அறிஞர்களே, முன்னால் அமர்ந்திருக்கக்கூடிய அறிஞர்களே, உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் என்னுடைய பணிவான வணக்கத்தை சொல்லி, நம்முடைய பேராசிரியர் நம்முடைய தந்தை பெரியார் சொன்னது போல பேரறிஞர் அண்ணா அவர்கள் பணியாற்ற விரும்பிய பல்கலைக்கழகம் அண்ணாமலை பல்கலைக்கழகம். அவர் பச்சையப்பன் கல்லூரியிலே MA பொருளாதாரம் முடித்துவிட்டு எங்களுடைய பல்கலைக்கழகம் அண்ணாமலை பல்கலைக்கழகத்திலே பொருளாதார துறையிலே டியூட்டர் போஸ்டுக்கு விண்ணப்பித்து விட்டு அப்பொழுது இணைவேந்தராக இருந்த அரசர் முத்தையர்களிடம் சென்று உங்கள் பல்கலைக்கழகத்திலே எக்கனாமிக்ஸ் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் பொருளியல் துறையிலே டியூட்டர் போஸ்டுக்கு விண்ணப்பித்திருக்கிறேன் என்று சொன்ன பொழுது அரசர் அவர்கள் சொன்னார், அங்கு ஊதியம் குறைவாக கொடுப்பார்கள், எனக்கு நீ உதவியாளராக வா என்று சொன்னார். அண்ணா அவர்கள் இங்கும் வரவில்லை, அங்கும் போகவில்லை. அப்படி போயிருந்தால் தமிழ்நாட்டிற்கு ஒரு நல்ல தலைவர் கிடைக்காமல் போயிருப்பார். முத்தமிழர் கலைஞர் அவர்கள் இந்த பல்கலைக்கழகத்தை பற்றி சொல்லுகின்ற பொழுது எனக்கு கழகம் என்றால் 3 தான் நினைவுக்கு வரும். ஒன்று, தமிழ் நூல்களை தேடி தேடி கண்டுபிடித்து பதிப்பித்து வெளியிட்ட திருநெல்வேலி சைவ சித்தாந்த நூற்பதிப்பு கழகம், தமிழ் இனத்திற்காக தோற்றுவிக்கப்பட்ட திராவிடர் கழகம், தமிழ் மொழிக்காக ஏற்படுத்தப்பட்ட அண்ணாமலை பல்கலைக்கழகம். இந்த அண்ணாமலை பல்கலைக்கழகத்திலே இந்த மாநாடு நடப்பது மிகவும் பொருத்தம் வாய்ப்பு. நன்றி.
Thank you, sir. A mentor to many in the academic community, a champion of linguistic and cultural diversity, a strategic thinker in academic policy making, a multi-specialist in the field of linguistics, whose contribution runs from descriptive to many fields of applied linguistics, and an efficient speaker, Professor G. Balasubramanian, former Vice Chancellor, Tamil University, Tanjavur. Sir, we request you to offer your felicitation messages.
Respected scholars, on the dais, below the dais. It's already too late. I will finish within 2-3 minutes. Professor Krishnan was little bit worried about the developments, especially in the area of science and how the science and the technological development should be taken to the public. Sir, I am reminded of one book, our dictionary, compiled by Professor N. Rajasekharan Nair and Dr. Chidambaram on agricultural tools in Tamil Nadu. They have collected the tools from all over, especially from district and other parts, and they compared them and given in beautiful Tamil. And that is very useful to any farmer. That is one of our contributions to the public. We can select, we can say so many things. I just wanted to remind, just came to my memory and I am telling you. Another thing, again referring to Professor Krishnan, he was talking about AI, how AI is playing its role in translating the technology or science, whatever it is. Everyone is touching AI. Without touching AI, you cannot live. So, and yes, AI is doing lots of damage as well as good things to the society, I accept, especially to the linguists. And we have been, I'm just looking at the scholars in front of me and I am just telling them that what happened to all our research in the last 50-60 years in India on linguistics, what happened? Now within a second the translation is possible. NLP, what happened to our machine translation systems? NLPs and the LLMs is doing large language models are doing wonders. And you can think of dictionary making, that also the AI can do it. And you talk about the translation or even in comparative linguistics, they can compare and even reconstruct things if you properly provide the data. And what are we going to do? Definitely, we can say that no machine can equate to the human brain. That is true. But we have to compete with the developments, especially the linguists, the language scientists. We have to rediscover ourselves, what really we are going to do in future, and we dedicate ourselves to the research of language, because the AI and language LLMs can do macro level analysis. I don't know, the experts can clarify on that. They can do many macro level analysis and research, but the linguist should go and find very, very minute aspects of the language. That is what I feel that the future for linguistics, and these 3 days conference, the scholars will definitely make wonderful ideas to the audience, and I hope that the deliberations will be very fruitful. I wish the 52nd conference of All India Dravidian Linguistics Conference a grand success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It is a pleasure to request a renowned scholar, eminent cerebral of Kannada language, former Vice Chancellor
of the dais and after dais. It is a great privilege given to me, being the former faculty member of ANNAMALAI CS in Linguistics. I extend my heartfelt gratitude and sincere appreciation for two remarkable contributions to the field of Dravidian linguistics, Manikar sir. As a prominent scholar and the visionary founder of director of the International School of Dravidian Linguistics, you tirelessly organizing conference of publishing seminars, works, and lecturing young scholars have been truly inspiring and transformative. Your authorship of over 250 research papers, editorial leadership in landmark publications and such as the Dravidian Encyclopedia and pioneering studies in language including Brookfield, Kuruk and Malto have left an indelible mark in linguistic scholarship. The numerous accolades you have received, including the Chennai Subramania Raja Award and LLR Arakatai Award and Sri Lanka Tamil Sangam Award, stand as a testament to your enduring contributions and commitment to the preservation and promotion of the Dravidian linguistics, sir. I am especially delighted to note that you have a devoted disciple of the renowned Professor B.I. Subramaniam, the esteemed author, founder of the highest and the Dravidian Linguistics Association, continues to uphold the legacy of your reverend mentor. You have made invaluable contribution to the growth of this institution. Your unwavering dedication is evident in your leadership in organizing numerous conferences, seminars, and workshops, not only in the field of Dravidian studies but also across other Indian languages. Professor Manikar sir, your effort is in fostering linguistic scholarship, mentoring young researchers, and sustaining institutional excellence truly deserves recognition. Your work exemplifies in the spirit of academic devotions and cultural preservation that has defined Dravidian linguistics for decades. On behalf of the linguistic community, I extend my sincere wishes for your continued health, happiness, and the scholarly engagement. May your enduring work in the service of linguistics, especially Dravidian linguistics, continue to enrich the field for many years to go. Thank you, sir.
It is indeed a moment of honor and privilege for me to extend the formal vote of thanks on behalf of Center of Advanced Study in Linguistics, Annamala University, in collaboration with the Dravidian Linguistics Association, International School of Dravidian Linguistics, Thiruvananthapuram, and the Central Institute of Indian Languages, Mysuru, on the noble occasion of the 52nd All India Conference of Dravidian Linguistics and the International Symposium on NEP 2020 and Equipping Mother Tongue for Higher Education. First and foremost, I offer my profound gratitude to Professor Dr. M. Krishnan, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Central University of Tamil Nadu, Thiruvananthapuram, for graciously accept our invitation and delivering a thought-provoking chief guest address. Sir, your insightful perspectives and visionary thoughts have bestowed intellectual depth to this conference and elevated the inaugural ceremony with grace and grandeur. Thank you, sir. I extend my earnest thanks to Madhuchelvi ma'am, esteemed member of the Vice Chancellor Convener Committee, Annamalai University, for her inspiring inaugural address. Your graceful presence and encouraging words have provided institutional support and academic legitimacy to this symposium. Thank you, ma'am. I express my deepest thanks to Professor J. Karnagaran, former Vice Chancellor of Tamil University and the Chairman, International School of Dravidian Linguistics, for his enlightening keynote address. Your scholarly oration, enriched with erudition and cultural wisdom, has set a luminous tone for our deliberations. Thank you, sir. We are immensely grateful to Professor N. Bhaktavachala Reddy, President of Dravidian Linguistics Association, Thiruvananthapuram, for presiding over this august function. His presidential address, rich in scholarly foresight and institutional commitment, reaffirmed the theories enduring the legacy in the advancement of Dravidian linguistics. Thank you, sir. Our warm acknowledgement are due to Professor G.K. Panikar, Dean of DLA and Director of ISDL, Thiruvananthapuram, for his illuminating introductory note, which brilliantly contextualized the theme of the conference and the scholarly leadership in shaping these academic collaborations. Thank you, sir. We are deeply honored by the gracious presence of Professor Muriyappa, former Vice Chancellor of Karnataka Central University, whose participation has added immense value and dignity to this academic gathering. Sir, your continued engagement and scholarly forums and your dedicated commitment to the advancement of higher education are truly inspiring. We extend our sincere thanks for joining us and enriching this occasion with your esteemed presence. Thank you, sir. I am deeply honored to extend our warmest gratitude to the eminent scholars who have graced these occasions with the felicitations and scholarly blessings. Each one of them are beacon in the respective domains. So for the felicitations, மதிப்பிற்கு மரியாதைக்கு உரிய இந்திய மொழிப்புல முதன்மையர் முதுமுனைவர் பேராசிரியர் அரங்க பாரி அவர்களுக்கு மொழியியல் துறை சார்பாகவும் டிஏ சார்பாகவும் அவருடைய ஆட்துறைக்கு நன்றிகளை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம். நன்றி சார். Professor G. Balasubramanian sir, former Vice Chancellor, Tamil University, Tanjavur, a luminary in the kingdom of Dravidian linguistics, whose towering intellectual stature and gracious presence at this gathering bestow upon us a rare honor. Sir, your words of wisdom, steeped in profound scholarships and experience, are perennial source of inspiration, guidance, and academic integrity for all of us. Thank you, sir. We wish to extend our profound gratitude to the Honorable Director of Central Institute of Indian Languages, Mysuru, for the gracious sanction of liberal financial assistance that has enabled us to organize this conference with efficiency and academic distinction. We are equally thankful to Professor T.R.D. Fernandez, Professor cum Deputy Director CAL Mysuru, for his unstinting support and scholarly encouragement. Although they could not join us today due to pressing official engagements, their invisible presence and generous involvement have contributed significantly to the success of this event. We are immensely thankful for continued institutional collaboration and generous support of our center. I wish to place on record our sincere thanks to Professor R. Saranya, Director of our center, for her gracious welcome address and meticulous planning and smooth execution of this conference. Thank you, ma'am. I also extend my heartfelt appreciation to the organizing committee team, that is members from Dravidian Linguistics Association, and our own research scholars, faculty members, administrative staff, student volunteers, and technical experts who behind the scenes dedication and devotion have transformed this gathering into seamless academic celebrations. Finally, I thank all delegates, resource persons, researchers and participants, and more particularly my guru, Professor G. Srinivasa Verma, Professor Nadu sir, and our senior most colleagues, Professor Shyammohan Lal, Professor Ramamurthy sir, Professor Rangan sir, then Professor Selva Kumar, and Professor A.G. Menon, and Professor Pasumban sir, and all other delegates. So I thank you all for your gracious presence. So let this gathering mark a renowned chapter in our collective efforts to upload and advance Dravidian linguistic heritage in tune with aspirations. So thank you one and all for your gracious presence. Thank you. Vanakkam.
Thank you, sir.